Good morning, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this new week. Today is Monday, and today I like to read for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And this reading here is for Taurus. Welcome, Taurus. The reading starts with the Good Tarot card. Out for you came the Two of Air. It is about a bit of stalemate, some uncertainty, and considering your options. Say this: it is time to take a break, to consider my options and to think about things. There is no need to rush forward. The perfect answer for the highest good will come to me if I take my time and remain in a peaceful state of mind. The Psychic Tarot card is temptation, and through this card there might be some addictions and self-limiting behaviors addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. And even though we are all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. And when we become disconnected from spirit, then the source that once nourished us is often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even to work, and so the term comes to be workaholic. Many of us, they spend our lives trying to fill a void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. So the temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and to ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from some addictive behavior? Is there negative thinking or behavior that is causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me the energy that I need, or are they draining this energy? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches you will help you to transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. And here the card temptation is in the original tarot deck, the Devil card. Now we come to the tarot deck called the Dungeons and the Dragons Tarot. And the Dungeons and the Dragons card deck was based on a computer game with the same name, Dungeons and Dragons. And the card that came out for you is the Lover's card. saying to you, finding harmony in relating with yourself and others while honoring your values. And the special message of the deck is that a mysterious person presents you with a tempting offer. The sacred landscape, no, not the secret landscape, the sacred destiny oracle card is next. That one is enlightenment, relating to the vast galaxy. And it starts telling us that our beautiful home galaxy is so large that if we would travel at a speed of light, then it would take us 100,000 years to go from one end to the other. It is small compared to some galaxies. For example, the Hercules is a galaxy that would take 1.5 million years to cross at a speed of light. So the realm of galaxies is so vast and is so wide that it is beyond our human comprehension, which is why the galaxy often symbolizes great enlightenment as well as faith in the forces much greater than ourselves. The sacred landscape wants you to know enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of the self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit, and you are connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface, they are supporting you on your journey. So have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding for you. The sky is the limit. So the card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering into a time of expansive transformation in a luminous and remarkable way. So trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. The mystical shaman oracle card is the moon, and the essence is that every 28 days the moon manifests a steady progression from darkness to light and then moves back again. And this phenomenon is our skies, no, this phenomenon in our skies has a powerful impact on our human psyche. It offers us the certainty that after periods of some emptiness and darkness, there is a light waiting so that we can be reborn into a new phase. This calls to mind a native African prayer to the moon, which goes, "May our lives be renewed as yours is." The moon also has a strong influence on the ebb and the flow of the waters here on earth. This same power, in turn, affects the human feelings and emotions and mirrors their rising from a hiding back into the unconscious. There is an invitation here. The moon spends equal time in darkness as it does in light of the sun, and now it comes to remind you of this balance. Have you been too focused on outer achievements, productivity, or social engagements? Or have you spent too much time hidden from the outer world, not wanting to interact or to show your face? Meditate on the significance of the moon's cycle and let it gently guide you out of your bottomless depths and head back to the world of outer expression and connection with other people. Let it help you make time for yourself, your feelings, and your essential human and spiritual needs. There is medicine aspect to the card. The card calls you to go on a journey of renewal, just like the moon does every month, so you can get unstuck, whether from a specific situation or from life in general. For this, you need to make time to be with yourself without the distractions of modern society and have the courage to look at the unwanted or unembraced parts of your being, and you arrive at a place of resolution. Shamanic lore explains that the finest treasures of humanity, they are hidden when people are most afraid to seek it out. And the last card is the Bob Ross Oracle card. Out came the Waterfall. The waterfall is very mighty and powerful, full of rushing water that bubbles along, splashing and spraying where it hits the rocks and stones. But just as the water reaches its full strength, it lets go of everything and then simply falls. Now, if our waterfall lives right here, let the water come along like this and then simply fall. Let it fall. Just let it go, said Bob Ross. The waterfall encourages us to stop holding on to stress and negative emotions and then instead learn to let them go and become at ease like the water spilling over a cliff that is there in this landscape. That was the reading for you, Taurus. I hope you liked it. I thank you for listening. I wish you a beautiful day. I wish you a gorgeous week. Sending love out. Take care and goodbye.